point in our acupressure deworming sequence is right here on the front leg. I'm keeping my second hand here just for safety. It's always a good idea to keep a hand on the cannon bone. Large intestine 4 lies immediately below the carpal joint, commonly called the knee, but it is truly the carpal joint. It lies on top of the inside surface of the cannon bone, and you want to be immediately, just right in the front of the inside splint bone. Now, on some horses it's real obvious where that splint bone lies. With others you have to kind of feel around. This is his right here. My finger is on the splint bone. So I need to come right in front. So if this is a clock, for this leg, large intestine 4 would lie at about, give or take, 1 o'clock. On the other leg, of course, since it's also on the inside, it would be at about 11 o'clock. So this is large intestine 4, and that's the first point in our acupressure deworming sequence. The next point in our acupressure deworming sequence lies right here. Now, some horses can be really goosey there, so make sure that you're paying attention, maybe stroking it a few times before you go. And the point lies right here, but to stimulate it, I'll often take my fingers and kind of put it around the flap there, and then gently and quietly close it with my hand. So actually it's the ball of my hand that's applying pressure to the point. Again, remember that some mares especially can be quite sensitive there, so pay attention. Go in nice and slow. The next point in our acupressure deworming sequence is right here. This is point stomach 36, and it's a great point for all sorts of things, but today we're using it just for our deworming sequence. Now, unless you know your anatomy really well and know about the stifle joint and the tibia and all these other anatomical terms, the best way to learn how to do this is to take the ball of your hand, put it right here above the hock joint, and follow the front of the curve of the gaskin. And stomach 36 lies right here at the top of the curve of the gaskin, right there, and it's almost in the front. Notice how far forward that finger is. I'm not here in the big hole, over here more or less in the middle. I'm really far forward, and that is stomach 36. Yao Bai Wei is the next point in our acupressure deworming sequence. It lies directly on the midline. So if I was to follow that midline, feeling kind of all the bumps from the spine, it lies in this dip right here. Let me show you how to find it exactly. If I was to follow all of the bumps of the spine, you can feel a little bump, bump, bump as you go down. But as you come back towards the point of the croup here, up at the highest point of the back, there's a soft space here, and it feels kind of spongy. It's the only place that is nice and big, that feels like that, directly on the midline. And this spot here is Yao Bai Hui, and this is a point that is pronounced in lots of different ways depending where you are. But Yao Bai Hui, or Ba Wei, is right here in the middle. Now, what I like to do is just place a flat hand over that point because it's large, and that allows your entire palm to bring warmth and energetic stimulation to the point. So again, that is Yao Ba Wei. The next point in our acupressure deworming sequence lies right here on the front leg. You'll see that it's about 1 hand's width beneath the top of the leg and the elbow. You can also see on Irish here a nice groove in the muscles, and you want to be in that groove right there for this point. This is large intestine 10, and again, it's just one hand's width from the top of the leg.